From the Blackstone Theatre, it's the 28th Annual Chicago Emmy Awards with your hosts, Oprah Winfrey and Roger Ebert.
Good evening, Raj.
Did you pay for those by the rhinestone? Or?
Not at all.
Fabulous.
Good evening.
It's nice to be here. I'm always happy to fill in for Joan Rivers.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 28th Annual Chicago Emmy Awards. Tonight we have some very interesting pairings of those folks you see on the air all the time. And speaking of interesting pairings, I'm glad they used us now instead of waiting for widescreen TV.
Mr. Ebert's Fashions by Fitall, the most distinguished label in Chicago. The TV people you're going to see here tonight are competitors in the ratings wars, but this evening they're only dressed to kill at Chicago's version of TV's annual prom night. They're people you see all the time, but usually only from the waist up, although tonight, thanks to these wonderful plexiglass podiums that we got through the mail from Radio Shack, and that only just arrived an hour before showtime, you're going to be able to see them from head to toe.
You also hear throughout the show our Chicago salutes to the celebrities who got their start right here in Chicago. You will recognize them as stars of TV sitcoms and even now presidents of networks, but they started right here doing everything from selling commercials to working as the only English-speaking newscaster on an all-Spanish-speaking television station. They are now very rich and very famous, and they are all Chicagoans done good.
Every day, the same news anchors fill your screen. Most of us think we know the on-the-air people, but tonight you may be surprised at how little you know about your favorite local TV personality. For example, did you know that one of the people on tonight's show had received marriage proposals from all 50 states of the Union? You will get the details later in the program.
But, before the first winner is announced tonight, we want all the anchors dancing in the aisles. Irv Kupcinet calls this group Red Hot, and of course we don't disagree, but I remember this group from the time when we used to play records in the basement and turn on the blue lights and sweat out our bangs. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the Spinners!
Deborah Norville, and from Channel 7, Joan Esposito. And these are two of the most beautiful women who have ever anchored the news, but when I put that in my script, they told me to take it out because it was sexist, and I should find some new adjectives. So here they are, professional, talented, competent, thorough, and accurate, Deborah Norville and Joan Esposito.
Thank you very much, Roger. We were trying to figure out, actually, backstage, Joan and I were discussing why it is that we were teamed up to present Outstanding Achievement Awards for entertainment programs, and we think we may have actually come up with the answer. Notwithstanding the fact that we are excellent, capable newswomen, fine journalists in the city of Chicago, but we may have come up with a better reason.
Because when our newscasts, when the tapes go down, when the commercials aren't there, our newscasts are more like entertainment than they are information. You think that's it, Roger?
Sometimes we think that's why more people watch, but actually we're thrilled to be here, and we're thrilled to be presenting the winners for Outstanding Achievement in Entertainment Programs for a series of programs, and the nominees are as follows.
Ago, while working for her father's florist, it was one of those discovered in the drugstore Lana Turner stories, while arranging flowers on the set at WBBM TV. And he, of course, is truly a legend in his own time. Please welcome Irv, my bridges up Kupcinet, and the Grand Dame of Chicago TV, Lee Phillips.
Thank you for the lovely introduction. How about your earrings? Do you think we can raffle them off later, Oprah?
Pay for the dress. Thank you.
I'm glad to see, Roger. I'm glad to see, Roger, that you're working with a much prettier partner these days.
Yes, it's been a real thrill for me.
Yes, sir, I can imagine.
In fact, we're thinking to make some changes in the show next year.
It's a real thrill for Lee and myself to be together again after 28 years of these awards. We've been together longer than Lee, than Solozzi and Ellison. I'd like to announce now the outstanding achievements for news specials, planned coverage of a single event, and the nominees are...
Earl Marine.
Thank you very much. It is great to be back, and what a great start. Carol, nice to be working with you.
And you, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to start with outstanding editorial and commentary achievement. Editorial achievement. The nominees are...
As soon as he finds a couple of professional cats, he's going to rope them, too.
Please welcome Harry Porterfield, Susan Bowler, and Channel 5's calf roping anchorman, Ron Majors.
I never thought the people at Channel 7 would resort to telling stories about me and animals. Made a fool of myself backstage, tried to beat up the accountant to find out who had the proposals in the 50 states. I'm dying to know.
I don't think we'll have time to chat. We have a lot to read.
Good idea.
In fact, this is an entire newscast. Outstanding achievements within a regularly scheduled news program spot coverage. The nominees are Colombian volcano disaster, WSNS-TV, David Cordova, Enrique Gonzalez, Robert Nozicki, Albert Silas, reporters, Ivan Cueva, producer. Arlington Park Fire, WGN-TV, Larry Roderick, Steve Sanders, reporters, Tony Nossi, Peter Oden, Tony Schutte, Jim Williams, producers, Bernard Colleran, Robert DeWert, Mike Curtez, assignment editors. Bus Crash, WBBM-TV, Don Craig, John Davis, John Drummond, Mike Flannery, Walter Jacobson, Mike Parker, Phil Ponce, Robin Robinson, Dorothy Tucker, reporters, Ken Bowles, Vicki Burns, Colleen Dudgeon, Jim Edwards, Burton Jablin, Ed Marshall, Michael Radutsky, Bill Utter, producers, Connie Buscemi, Roger Flaherty, Mary Lakey, Deborah Pinkney, Chuck Senkier, assignment editors. The Dobson Webb Case, WBBM-TV, Don Craig, Walter Jacobson, Mike Parker, Harry Porterfield, Brian Rooney, Phil Walters, reporters. Then, Ruth Fitzpatrick, producer, Mary Lakey, Chuck Sinclair, Jennifer Tynes, assignment editors. Beirut, TWA hostage crisis, WLS-TV, Jay Levine, reporter, Mark Hoffman, producer. Lakeshore Drive accident, WLS-TV, Keith Bromley, Jim Gibbons, Paul Meinke, reporters, Bill Brennan, Henry Florsheim, producers, Mark Clement, James Lichtenstein, assignment editors. Springsteen Auto Crash, WMAQ-TV, Paul Hogan, Barry Kaufman, Carol Marine, Marlene McClinton, Deborah Norville, Rich Samuels, Roy Weisinger, reporters, Anna Vassar, producer, Glenn Dacey, Charles Justin, Gladys Lindsay, Val Press, Donna Yarbrough, assignment editors. And finally, Beirut Hostage Crisis, WMAQ-TV, Paul Hogan, Diane Levine, Ron Majors, Carol Marine, Marlene McClinton, Art Norman, Deborah Norville, Rich Samuels, Roy Weisinger, reporters, Arnold Collins, Jacques Knott, Bruce Rhines, producers, Pat Curry, Charles Justin, Gladys Lindsay, Val Press, Donna Yarbrough, assignment editors. And the winner.
And he's still breathing.
Somewhat.
And the winner is Beirut Hostage Crisis, WMAQ-TV.
I want to thank the Channel 5 News Management, Dick Reingold specifically, for having the courage to go to the extent that we did to Europe, to Cyprus, and almost to Beirut, to cover the biggest news story of 1986. These people that you see standing up here put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and deserve what they got today. Thank you.
Jack. In addition to thanking you and this entire team, there's one guy who went the first 36 hours of this crisis with me, along with the British crew, and that is a fantastic producer, Bruce Rhines. Thank you.
We've run out. What are we going to do?
All right, for outstanding achievements within a regularly scheduled news program, feature stories, or miniseries, the nominees are Special Elections, WSNS-TV, Carmen Velez, reporter, Ivan Cueva, producer. School Overcrowding, WSNS-TV, Carmen Velez, reporter, Ed Villarreal, producer. Scattered Slums, WBBM-TV, Pam Zeckman, reporter, Sandy Burgo, Jack Murphy, Andy Siegel, producers. Step Aside Turkey, WLS-TV, Frank Matthew, reporter, Joe Talbot, Frank Matthew, producers. The Royal Dynasty, WLS-TV, Marianne Childers, reporter, Vicki Giamona, producer. Chicago's very own, WGN-TV, Robert Jordan, Steve Sanders, Tom Skilling, reporters, Maureen J. Wolf, producer. Freedoms from Smoking in 20 Days, WGN-TV, Robert Jordan, reporter, Peter Oden, producer. Steroids, the all-American drug, WMAQ-TV, Peter Carl, reporter, Doug Longini, VJ McCullough, producers. Vietnam, the Unfinished War, WMAQ-TV, Paul Hogan, reporter, Bruce Rhines, producer. And Harry, you do the honors.
And the winner is, as he tears into the envelope, Vietnam, the Unfinished War, WMAQ-TV.
Paul Hogan here, he's back out here.
We were being held hostage backstage. Gosh, did any of you get out on LaSalle today and see this fantastic parade? Our series was called... Our series was called Vietnam, the Unfinished War. And today, when I was out on LaSalle Street, I started thinking, these guys, and some women, 15,000 of the 3.5 million were women, showed such courage to answer the bell and go fight. And those who opposed showed such morality in opposing that I hope that this series is a year old. And it was the unfinished war. But I hope today in Chicago, it's the finished war.